Welcome to the Epic Christmas Countdown, Episode 2. Today we're going to be talking about the evil that is also known as Santa Claus. Now, you may think that Santa Claus is just some happy man that wants to make the lives of children a little bit better one day a year. And I'm here to tell you that those are lies. Shenanigans, I say. That's what we all have been led to believe through stories, movies, songs, and whatnot. But the reality is very much different. And all you have to do is pay attention to what's being presented to you, and it will make itself very clear. So we're going to dissect some of the information about Santa for you today so that you can know the true reality of Santa Claus. Now, let's start with just the obvious facts. He is an overweight older gentleman with a large beard who really likes children. He also runs around in what appear to be pajamas. He lives in the North Pole, which is essentially the middle of nowhere. There is no civilization around him whatsoever. Now, older gentlemen with beards who run around in pajamas and live in the middle of nowhere are not, I repeat, not to be trusted, ever. People think it's okay. Parents bring their children to him. Would you bring your child to a random homeless man who had a beard and was living in the middle of nowhere for your kid to sit on his lap and say the things that he wants? I don't think so. Now, I'm sure many of you are probably going to be like, well, there was a Saint Nick and he really existed and he wasn't a bad person. And no, he was. That's a true story. That Saint Nick was a real man who was trying to do nice things for children, leaving candy and toys in their shoes at night. And he was just trying to make the world a little bit better place. Living in a bad neighborhood, you do something nice for the kids and hopefully they don't grow up to be in a gang or something. But then Saint Nick had his job stolen from him by the Mexican Santa Claus. Now, I deduce that he's a Mexican because Santa is the Spanish word for saint, and he took Saint Nick's job. Santa Claus comes in and takes over, and things go downhill. Now, all of a sudden, you have a guy who sees you when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake, knows when you've been bad or good. That seems like an invasion of privacy to me. I don't know about you, but and it sounds like the guy's got some hidden cameras somewhere. Now, this is what I originally thought for the whole time, that he had cameras or something set up, but I was wrong. While in his local store, I see a figurine of Santa, and he's standing looking down on a globe, and it clicked. Santa is a mutant. He has similar powers to that of Professor X and is able to use a device similar to Cerebro to locate all the children of the world and watch them. This is a dangerous thing for a pedophile to have in his hands, thus making him all the more evil. Still not convinced? The man comes into houses at night. That is breaking and entering. Unless you're there inviting him in, bringing him in and saying, oh, hey, come on in, Santa, it's illegal. I had that whole thing happen to me. I could have had him. Last year, I could have had him. Problem was, I didn't have the evidence for me. I was at my aunt's house with all the family, hanging out, celebrating Christmas, exchanging gifts, and lo and behold, Fat Red comes through the door. Unfortunately, he was invited in by my aunt, so I had nothing to go on as far as proof of him breaking and entering. And I just had to sit there and take it, just knowing. And he showed up with Elmo. I know, right? I knew there was something wrong with him. Now, there are a lot of other theories and thoughts that go into this, and we don't really have time to go into all of those today. So this is all we're going to go through for today. But please be aware that he is not to be trusted. Now, if you have kids, I don't recommend telling them the truth about Santa. Not yet. Wait until they're older, because you see, you can use them while you're still young as bait. Just get them to really believe in Santa, put them out on the couch on Christmas Eve night, and then set up cameras to catch him breaking and entering into your home where he was not invited and walking up to your child, and then you just spring on him. It'd be like To Catch a Predator. It'll be great. And then you'll have them there caught red-handed, and we can be through with the whole foolishness forever. Sure, it'll mentally scar your child for life, but the hundreds of thousands of dollars in therapy sessions will be well worth a safer world. This is about all the time that we have for today. Before we go, we are now at 29 days until Christmas. This has been the Epic Christmas Countdown. My name's Jay Manners, and we'll see you tomorrow. Apparently, I'm not allowed to say that. I apologize if you're Mexican. I mean, no offense. Just trying to make a joke.